Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 54 of Stronghold SHX, the road to $3.33 with myself, CryptoBanker SHX. It is September the 18th. Before we dive in, an important prerequisite, as always, that I am not a financial advisor and nothing that I ever say or do should be taken as financial advice. I also do not endorse SHX at any price point. Now, 324 out of all of crypto, that's where we're ranking globally. We're trading just above 2.2 cent. That's an increase of 1.37% on the daily. And we've seen an increase quite aggressively in volume of 46.17%. Currently sat at $1.45 million. Now, here is Mind Crypto, and Mind Crypto, please do give them a follow if you haven't already, has been providing the Stronghold community with invaluable information in regards to on-chain movements. Now, this guy's an expert in this, and so it's very lucky that we do have him in the Strongholder community, because he's very much quant, but he does love SHX, and for good reason, right? So he's saying that SHX, we already know of the team wallet Stronghold SHX.Ether, but he's noticed a new wallet created via ENS Reg, funded by Stronghold SHX.Ether, Stronghold Co.Ether, waiting in the background for over a year. He'll be watching for a transaction. It's getting very, very, very interesting, especially when it comes to exchanges. And I think that it's probably going to be quite a beautiful thing, because it's very easy to get distracted within crypto. And when you start seeing other projects popping off, people's attention goes elsewhere. And the longer that it takes for SHX to break out, which I don't think would be too long, but even still, the longer people kind of forget it. If they're not maxes. I mean, when I had in the past bull run in 2021, I had around 40 to 50 projects that I was invested in, and I would spend the majority of my morning just going through them all and checking and looking, etc. But that's my point, is that suddenly the focus goes off it, and then we'll see what happens. But a multiple tier 1 exchange listing extravaganza would definitely get everyone's attention. Here from Gizmo. Please do give Gizmo a follow if you don't already. Gizmo's an original strongholder. They're saying, we are the SHX army, strong, united, and growing. And they're highlighting the fact that we have Stronghold Pay, but we also have Stronghold Japan, Stronghold Korea. And it seems that with these listings on X, that then they're accompanied by very aggressive marketing in the form of high-ranking sponsorship of various industry-leading events and exhibitions in those particular areas of interest and particular areas of launch. So it will be very interesting to see what happens with the next announcement, which I don't think will be too far away. But here from Gray, they're saying Korea has a massive fintech scene, payments, remittance, crypto adoption, even banking innovation. By stepping in here, Stronghold sets SHX up for more visibility among global investors, stronger trust in Asian markets, and new doors for adoption and real-world use cases. Very, very true. I don't know why you're tagging that into it. Yeah, very, very true. Now, this is key here. And this got me incredibly bullish because, like I say, for some reason, the accounts that aren't officially aren't the original Stronghold. Sorry, these are all official accounts of Stronghold, but not the main one, like the Japan one and now the Korea one. This marks the start of Stronghold's expansion into Korea and beyond with SHX. It's not with Stronghold, it's with SHX. So they're just going to be pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing SHX adoption and real world utility in all of these events that they're doing in brand new areas where probably SHX wasn't visible or noticed or even available in some regions before. And it's all very much aligning with the work that Stellar have been doing for years with Franklin Templeton. And like I say, the infrastructure that Stronghold have built, but also the work that Stellar have been doing in regards to real world assets on chain is kind of unmatched, and it goes so under the radar, or has gone under the radar for so many years. I remember like screaming about it back in 2023, early 2024, and that's when you started to see like real bullish statements coming out from Franklin Templeton Digital Assets. And I was always speculating or kind of spelling it out that Stellar was the chosen one. Like it's a chosen blockchain. And when I say chosen, it means that globally it will be used, and it is used by massive institutions. And Stronghold have been building the financial infrastructure for businesses, institutions, and governments since 2018. And what you're witnessing now is a combination of all that work and all those partnerships and all that building. That's what's happening now. That's why it's so big. That's why when people say, oh, $3.33, oh, you're going to be doing episodes for years. Yeah, that might be the case. I could do it for decades. Who knows? I might be doing it until I check out. But to those people, I'll say this, that probably no one outside of Stronghold understands that business better than me. That no one outside of Stronghold Official or Stellar understands SHX probably better than me. And therefore, I'll say to those people, just wait and see. Like I say, I know that some people think that it's nonsense, and I'll probably laugh and say, oh, you'll be doing the shows forever. Yeah, well, fortunately, I'm not stupid. Here, from me, is a world exclusive, but you haven't heard this before. XLM will ETF on StrongholdNet. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's today. So that'll be interesting, because I'm pretty sure that will again, if that happened, 100% speculation. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice. No one tells me anything. I'm always wrong. But if this happened, say in a dream world that this happened, then what do you think the effects of StrongholdNet and, in particular, SHX, what effect would that have on that ecosystem? It's going to be very telling. There's not that much time left. Like, when I say that, I mean like in regards to global events. Something's really got to snap. And when it snaps, I think it's going to be very, 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 very aggressive. And I think that this, in all of the bullish announcements that you're seeing, and you'll see it across crypto as well, just that generally in the market, everything's really bullish. But with SHX, and also with Velo as well, but as I say, with SHX in particular, you're just going to see more and more and more of these announcements. Like I say, all the time, it's just going to get to the point in which it seems a bit silly, because every week there's going to be just more and more and more and more and more. bullishness around SHX. And it's mind-blowing because even now, I know that people are aware of Stellar, but there isn't that much of a massive community around Stellar. There's a few accounts who do really good work, but it seems that XRP kind of took the limelight away from XLM, and I think people would agree with me when I say that. And I think it's the same with Velo and SHX. Like, I think Velo has taken a little bit of the shine away from SHX and the attention, purely on the basis that Velo has had more exposure, right? It's had more listings, is widely available, the volume, and they've obviously done a lot of work with these influencers, not me. No one's paid me for anything, but they've obviously paid these big accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers to talk about it and bring it into the awareness of people. Now, I think that's going to change slightly, not in a sort of derogatory way towards Velo, but I just think that with these listings and the timing of everything with SHX is very much going to take center stage. But I'm not just talking about between Velo or compare it to XLM. I'm talking about the whole of crypto. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just a small community, ever growing, the fastest growing community in crypto, but still we're pretty small, right? Of strongholders. I'm talking about the whole of crypto taking notice and sitting up, because even if they try and ignore it, the price action will force them to take notice of SHX. That's what I believe is coming in the coming weeks and months. I believe that you're going to see attention on this subject matter like never before. And maybe, just maybe, it might get to the point at the peak of the euphoria in which people in real life are asking you and saying, oh, I got a bit of XRP and I got a bit of Stronghold SHX, is it? That really could become a reality in the next few months. That's how big this thing is. It's massive. Like I say, it's never happened before. It'll never happen again. The fact you're watching this video speaks some sort of indication that you're in the right place at the right time. But like I say, time's running out. I will be back tomorrow for episode 55. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a fantastic rest of day. I hope it's incredibly productive and profitable. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 55.